as a member of the Dallas Stars. Always an Ottawa Senator, involved in a lot of great battles. Jason Spezza, playoff battles and regular season battles. Look at Crosby busting through. Oh, he banged it right off the post, and he was hauled down, and the net was dislodged. There won't be a penalty shot. There will be a tripping penalty. Puck all the way down.
Ryan Garbutt went down and awkwardly on that penalty kill. He's staying on the ice here right now.
Here's Kunitz over the line. Kunitz to Malkin to Crosby. Crosby in front for Kunitz. Score! It was deflected in.
And it goes off his stick. A nice deflection right in behind his own netminder. The intended pass for Kunitz. And you talk about when you're hot, and Crosby's on the board again.
Downey dumps it into the Stars zone.
Great changes too. The fourth line came out after the power play goal. 30 seconds in the offensive zone change. Another quick change by the third line, and the first line back on.
Eric Cole shot it. Penalty steered it away, and there will be a penalty. I think 72 seconds to go on the penalty to Prey.
Well, that was all fine and dandy, but a little too much pretty on that power play for Dallas. They pass it around the perimeter. They get nothing for their effort.
They seem to have the open man on the right play there, but Ben just could not get a clean shot. Look at this. Vern Fiddler busting in, and a save made by Fleury on Vern Fiddler cutting in on his backhand. UPMC Sports Medicine power play, and Letang takes it all the way across. Great pass to Malkin. Hornquist in front, Kunitz. Kunitz looks for Hornquist to put it off the side of the cage. Now he centers it all the way to the point in Malkin. To Letang. High slot. Hornquist to Crosby. Down low, Kunitz. He's there. He tried to turn it to the forehand, couldn't pull it off.
And Kunitz got hammered by Goligoski in front of the net. This power play is deadly.
Letang with it again. Firing save. Rebound. Score! Chris Kunitz!
The ice, and a rebound off the Letang shot. Letnick can't handle it because of the screen in front by Hornquist. Look at that, right by Hornquist. In front of the net, by the way.
Shot off a leg over to the near boards and taken there by Hornquist, who lifts it up to the Dallas line. Zach Still just plowed right over Gordy Ben.
No.
And so many different looks on the power play for the Penguins. Different plays. Hornquist to the near side for Crosby. Back up top now to Letang. Kunitz is in front of the net. Letang. Crosby. Hornquist, a shot and a good save by Letnick.
No stick man. He couldn't make a play on the puck. Crosby got it.
Crosby again in front. Oh, Malkin just fanned on an attempt to steer the puck in. Crosby just stripped him of the puck. Finds Kunitz busting in. Kunitz swinging wide on Daly. Looks back to Ehrhoff. His shot. Oh, it went off the skate. Thought it'd make it redirect towards the goal as Crosby was the man who had hit. Seguin down the right wing. Fires. Oh, little toe drag move there.
Right.
How about how they pass the puck along the blue line? They're so precise with those long passes. Letang has to retreat here. Vern Fiddler coming down the left wing shorthanded against Letang. He just knocked him right into the board. Oh, check. Great physical body check.
You couldn't see his legs from my angle.
Letang to Crosby. Is slap pass. Now to Malkin. His shot off the side of the net.
Oh, man. Ledner was down and out.
Back in front it comes to Crosby. Crosby holds it. Malkin shoots it off the side of the net again. He had to get himself turned around to shoot it. It's a left shot on the left side.
Passing it across on the blue line. If you have left and right-handed shots, they're all in their forehand, Staggy. Everything's quick.
Ehrhoff. Second unit on now. Brandon Sutter trying to get it deep. Downey gloves it down. Dupuis wide open. His shot. Big save by Letnick. That is a big save in this hockey game, folks.
Sutter right to Malkin. Remember the old Malkin-Neal combination? That was the Sutter-Malkin combo. Look at that play. Malkin put his stick right on the ice to stop that pass. What a play.
Sutter looks for a man open in front. Oh, just off the stick of Dupuis. Letang tried to get it to Malkin. It comes to Sutter. A shot and a blocker save made by Letnick. So it ends up going off his skate. Garbutt centers again. Good chance there. And a good save made on Nemeth by Fleury. And now Nemeth will hold the puck in on the near wall. Patrick Nemeth out of Sweden, number 37. Alex Hemsky off the bench has the puck to Nemeth. His drive is off the leg of Paul Martin. Ouch.
Like a soccer move almost. That puck was elevated about a foot off the ice and got his blade and his foot out there.
Now he goes back for the puck in his own zone and bangs it off the boards, and Dupuis finds a man streaking up the middle, and it is Letang swinging to his right and shooting, and shot was blocked. Got it back, and a backhander stop by Letnick. Wall made it look so easy. Now off the right wing for Roussel. Antoine Roussel into the Penguin zone. Pulls up. Back around behind. Centering pass. Right to Roussel. He scores. Antoine Roussel pounces on a puck and beats Fleury on the short side to make it 2-1.
Play in the corner. Puck comes back to him. And he gets his stick available on the off wing and just rips it short side on the netminder Marc-Andre Fleury. And we got a hockey game. Marc-Andre Fleury has got to stop that puck, that pass from coming.
Fleury will stop it for Olimata. Malkin tries to skate his way out, and he does.
Nice breakout there. Marc-Andre Fleury backdoor to Malkin.
Malkin dumps it in. Lettinen stops it. Malkin steals it. Open net shot. Blocked in front. Diving play. Big defensive play there. Jordy Benn steps up on him. Malkin finds Dupuis open. Has to corral the puck. Can't get a hold of it. He crashed into the corner for the puck, and the Penguins end up with a Scuderi. Now it's Dupre with a drive, but a good heavy shot on Lettinen making the save. Well, Kari Lettinen has really played well here. From this face-off, the Penguins control, so Fiddler lost that draw. But now Roussel takes the outlet pass on the wall and takes a heavy check on the far boards from Zach Sill. But the Stars keep on coming. There's a shot by for the Fiddler on the backhand, and Fleury freezes, and we'll take a break. Pass for Gotchman off his stick. Now it's Horkoff sliding it behind Paul Martin. Gotchman a little bit of interference on Horkoff there so that Martin could move the puck. Now Ehrhoff snaps it to the right wing, and Steve Downey steers his way into the Dallas zone. Throws it down low to the net, and Lettinen decides he better scoop it up.
Just avoided him altogether, almost injured himself in doing so.
Lettinen sends it around. Downey sends it to the side of the net. Spalling whacks at it. It comes through now. Downey. Scuderi. Shot off the outside of the cage. Sutter leans in for the draw against Fiddler. And the Penguins, just with hard work, end up with a puck. Blake Como skating well. Shoots it, and a save by Lettinen. And behind the net, Malkin centers. And there's Sutter right on the doorstep trying to jam it in. Malkin turns with it, shoots it off the side of the goal. In behind the net to Goligoski. He's finished off by Kunitz after working it up the wing. Stars on the rush now. Look out as Horkoff dropping it off. And a steal by Crosby. 3-on-1 here. Crosby, Hornquist, and Kunitz. Kunitz with the puck to Crosby. In front for Hornquist. He never got a shot away, and Sid ends up shooting it on the net from below the goal line, and Lettinen's got it frozen. 18 points in 20 games. They got Spezza in a trade, and then they were able to acquire Alex Hemsky to be his partner here in Dallas. Here's Sutter stealing. Sutter comes to the net, and his backhander steered wide. 52 seconds remaining. Sliding on that fresh ice. 100 miles an hour, but he got right back up. It goes right back to the front of the net. And now the Stars come back, and it's Seguin at center with Benn and Cole. Tyler Seguin for Jamie Benn, who turns back to the net. Fleury alertly able to make the save. Seguin was right there looking for it. Over the line. He's got Sill with him. Sill trying to play the puck. Hornquist goes in to play it. He moves it to the right wing corner, but nobody there. The Penguins are changing. Yeah. There's Trevor Daley coming back now for Dallas.
And look at him activate, saying, look for the Dallas D to start jumping up on the play.
Long shot by Fiddler is gloved by Marc-Andre Fleury. Benn over skating styles. He looks for the right wing. Seguin picked it off. The turnover there. It could be trouble. Benn heads to the net. Here he is. And puck went right by him. Came through the goal mouth on the setup by Eric Cole.
Great play.
Now Malkin in over the line. And a good shot down low by Letang is stopped by Lettinen. Did Sutter get a stick on that puck?
Yes, he did. Staggy, just a long reach. Got caught pinching up right in the center of the ice. And the pass was out of his reach. He had nowhere to go. He had to stop on a dime.
Here goes Gotch. Fans on the shot. Gets it back. Centers off of Lettinen, and it's cleared away. And Garbett just whacks it back to the center ice, but to the net. Saved by Lettinen. Turning shot. Now goes to Crosby. And he shot it, and it went wide of the goal. And over to the far side. Martin moves it back to Crosby. A moonwalk. He sends it back over to the far side. Kunitz back for Crosby, and a good stick there. It was Trevor Daley getting it down to break up the pass, and now Ehrhoff just lifts it right to the glove of Kari Lettinen. Right over the head of Fleury, who did not know was coming. And it turned back towards the net and steered away by Paul Martin. And now Sean Horkoff, long-time Edmonton Oiler, working along the end boards with Marcel Gotch. Here's Nemeth again with it, a wrist shot. That one floats high off the glass. Goals scored in the first period on the power play, Crosby and Kunitz. And here's Eric Cole with it now. Cole shoots up high. Fleury standing up. He's able to corral the puck. The puck again. Stars added a lot of offensive players, and Spezza and Hemsky in particular.
Look, oh boy, there was a giveaway there. Here comes
Spezza
Seguin.
finds his man on the right side. It's Seguin coming to the goal. Fleury with a big save, rebound. Spezza, he scores.
No goal.
No,
He's gonna
wait,
call no
no.
goal.
Fleury must have been interfered with.
And Fleury was moving to his left, to his right. Let's see what we got. He loses his footing. He bumps into Fleury. Fleury goes for the flop. He can't get back and make the empty net save. There he's tripped up by the skate of Malkin. Malkin tripped up again with his skate. That could have easily been a penalty.
Lead pass redirected up to the left wing, and Benn taken now by Spezza. Spezza out to Goligoski. Right back to Jason Spezza. Traffic in front of the net. Here's Benn. He scores. And give the Dallas Stars credit. They would not be denied, and Jamie Benn ties the game.
His stick got caught up in Ehrhoff, and he got twisted around, and as he tried to go back, he let go of the stick, and no chance, as Benn is just standing alone on the doorstep. Look at Benn's alone, Seguin's alone. The Penguins were there, but they didn't grab a stick.
Right. Sid has a lot of respect for him.
5th round pick, Steggy.
Amazing. He's captain right now. Here's Goligoski moving it right side. Seguin shoots, and they score.
With 2.9 left on the clock. Seguin somehow took a bullet of a pass. It goes up on his blade stay. Look, and he whips it right off the bottom of the blocker of Fleury, who can't get over there.
Just a great pass by Spezza. Slap pass. And then Tyler Seguin, one of the top goals.